And so we have had the Cardinal Dougherty High School Championship Band from Philadelphia here with the pregame show and the playing and singing of the national anthem as the time draws near for the 1960 NFL Pro Football Championship game. The officials coming onto the field right now. Ron Gibbs is the referee. Joe Connell of Pittsburgh is the umpire. The head linesman is John Heiberger of Carnegie Tech. The back judge is Sam Giangreco of Manhattan. And the field judge is Herman Rohrig of Nebraska. So in just a moment, we'll have the introduction of players. It's very likely that the offensive units will be introduced. The Green Bay Packers, as the visitors, will be introduced first. They're wearing white jerseys, gold helmets and gold pants, and wearing stockings, of course, and they'll be coming in from the left corner of your screen as you see them there, lined up to come onto the field as they are announced here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. You can see the snow along the sideline, the snow that was taken off the tarpaulin earlier in the week, dumped along the sideline here. The tarp was taken off this morning. The sun's been shining brightly so that the field has been thawing ever since, so that we may have a few slippery places out there on the field that could, of course, in any big game, become a factor. Jim Ringo is number 51, you see right there. He is co-captain of the Packers, and here he comes, Jim Ringo, number 51. 235-pounder, played at Syracuse. This is his 8th season in the National Football League. Here's 64, Jerry Kramer from Idaho, his 3rd season, a fine guard. Number 63 is Fred Thurston, Valparaiso, his 3rd year in the NFL, a fine running guard. Right tackle is number 75, Forrest Gregg, 250-pounder from SMU in his 4th season. Bob Skowronski is number 76, 6'3", 250 from Indiana. Gary Knappel, number 84, 220-pounder from Colorado. He's the tight end in the Green Bay alignment. And Max McGee, number 85, is the split end. He's from Tulane in his 5th year, and he does the punting also for the Green Bay Packers. This is Boyd Dowler, listed as the right halfback. He's a slot back, number 86 from Colorado in his 2nd year. This is Paul Horning, the leading scorer in NFL history, 250-pounder, number 5 from Notre Dame. The fullback is Jim Taylor, number 31. He was an All-American at LSU, 2nd leading ground gainer in the NFL this season. And here is Bart Starr, number 15, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, 200-pounder from Alabama. The head coach is Vince Lombardi, and there you have the Green Bay Packers, champions of the Western Conference of the National Football League. The remainder of the Green Bay Packers going to their bench. They'll be located across the field here this afternoon. And now we'll have the Philadelphia Eagles. They are led out by Chuck Bednarik, their great 60-minute man if need be. He can play the offensive center position and the left linebacker spot and may be called upon to do just that this afternoon. The Eagles, of course, in white pants, green jerseys with white numerals. Here he is from Pennsylvania, number 60, Chuck Bednarik. Listen to the hand he gets from the Philadelphia hometown crowd. And now the right guard of the Philadelphia Eagles, coming through the goalpost and onto the field, Stan Campbell, number 67, 230-pounder from Iowa State in his 7th season. Here is Jerry Hood, number 65 from Wake Forest, the left guard, 228-pounder. Here is number 76, the right tackle, J.D. Smith from Rice. He is in his 2nd year. He's a 250-pounder. The left tackle, number 75, Big Jim McCusker from the University of Pittsburgh in his 3rd season in the National Football League. Right in is number 83, Bobby Walston from the University of Georgia, completing his 10th season in the National Football League. And number 44 is Pete Retzlaff, the left end from South Dakota State, fine pass receiver in his 5th year and a favorite target of Norm Van Brocklin. Now here is Tommy McDonald, number 25, the right halfback from the University of Oklahoma. A fine pass receiver. Here is number 33, Billy Barnes from Wake Forest, a fine running back in his 4th season. The fullback is rookie Ted Dean, number 35, from the University of Wichita. He's in his 1st season in the National Football League. And the quarterback, Norm Van Brocklin, number 11, from the University of Oregon, finishing his 12th season. And we'll be set for the opening kickoff of today's game in just a moment. And now here at Franklin Field in Philadelphia with the sun shining, you can see the Green Bay Packers on the far side of the field, the Philadelphia Eagles on the near side of the field, and referee Ronnie Gibbs will call him out for a reenactment of the coin toss. And as he does, we bring in Ray Scott.
Thank you again, Lindsay. Jim Ringo, number 51. Bill Forrester, number 71. The co-captains of the Packers. Number 60, Chuck Bednarik. Number 11, Norman Van Brocklin. The captains of the Eagles. Referee Ron Gibbs indicating the Eagles have won the toss and have elected to receive. As you watch today's game, those of you who are watching it in living color, you know that the Eagles are wearing green jerseys with white numerals and green helmets. The visiting Green Bay Packers in white jerseys with dark numerals, gold football pants, and gold helmets. The last time the Green Bay Packers played in a championship game, 1944, when they defeated the New York Giants 14-7. The last time the Philadelphia Eagles played in a championship game, 1949, and they defeated the Los Angeles Rams 14-7. And so the all-time leading scorer in one season in National Football League history, Paul Hornig, the former All-American at Notre Dame, wearing number 5 for Green Bay, preparing to kick off. To receive for the Philadelphia Eagles, their fine young rookie from Wichita, number 35, Ted Dean on the left, and number 22, a former Packer, Tim Brown from Ball State. So we're set to go, folks. The professional championship game from Franklin Field in Philadelphia. In the direction of Tim Brown at the free. Out of bounds, just beyond the Philadelphia 20 at the 22 by Ron Kramer, an offensive end with the Packers, number 88 from Michigan. So we'll pick up the Philadelphia Eagles offensive unit for you. In the backfield, number 11, the great Norm Van Brocklin. Billy Barnes, number 33. Ted Dean, number 35. The flanker, number 25, Tom McDonald. The ends, Pete Retzlaff, 44, and Bobby Walston, 83. Retzlaff is out to the left. First down from the Eagle 22-yard line. Intercepted at the 15 by Bill Quinlan. Bill Quinlan, defensive end from Michigan State, takes the pass, as you saw, off the fingertips of Ted Dean, number 35. Billy Barnes was there, number 33. And so the Packers have the first break of the game, manufactured by Bill Quinlan. Bart Starr, number 15, will be the Packer quarterback. We'll set the Packers for you quickly. Number 31, Jim Taylor. Number 5, Paul Hornig. Dowler, 86, wide to the right. McGee, number 85, out to the left. First down at the Eagle 14.5-yard line. Jim Taylor to the 9. Chuck Bednarik, number 60, the left linebacker of the Eagles, makes a stop. The interior lineman for Green Bay, Jim Ringo, number 51 at center. Fred Thurston, 63. Jerry Kramer, 64, the guards. Bob Skoronski, 76. Forrest Gregg, 75, the tackles. The tight end is Gary Knaffel, number 84. 5 yards for Taylor on first down. A good close look at Bart Starr, the former Alabama great, number 15. Second down, 5. Packers at the Eagle 9.5. Hornig. To the 6, Maxie Bond, the rookie linebacker from Georgia Tech, mainly responsible for piling up that play, and then Jess Richardson, the big tackle, number 72. And now the Eagles defensively. Up front, the 4-man basic line, Joe Robb, number 66, Jess Richardson, 72, Ed Kayat, 73, Marion Campbell, 78. The linebackers, Bednarik, 60, Weber, 51, Bond, 55. The back line, Carr, 21, Freeman, 41, Burroughs, 45, Brookshire, 40. Third down, 2. The Packers threatening at the Eagles' 6.5-yard line. Jim Taylor. short of a first down as Don Burrows came up very quickly. Number 45 from Colorado State. Bond, the former Georgia Tech star. Gain of about a half yard. 4th and 1. No indication from head coach Vince Lombardi across the way and his coaching staff that they're going to go for a three-pointer. It's 4th and 1. The Packers at the Eagle 6. Out to the right comes Dowler. McGee out a couple of yards at left end, and this crowd comes alive. Jim Taylor, and the Eagles hold. That whole Eagle defensive unit, with Bobby Freeman having his nose right in the thick of it, stops Taylor at the 5, and the Eagles take over. Again, it's Van Brocklin, Dean, Barnes, McDonald, the backfield cast. McDonald, the flanker, Retzlaff out to the left. To the outside, it is Barnes. Spun around near the line of scrimmage. Ray Nitschke, the middle linebacker, number 66 from Illinois, and Bill Forrester of SMU, number 71. Stopping that play, no gain, 2nd down 10. Now the Packers defensively. The front line, Willie Davis, 87 of Grambling. Dave Hanner of Arkansas, 79. Henry Jordan, 74 of Virginia, and Bill Quinlan, 83 of Michigan State. He intercepted that first pass of the game. The linebackers are Curry, 58, Nitschke, 66, Forrester, 71. 2nd and 10, the Eagles from their own 5. To the 10-yard line. Henry Jordan fighting up Billy Barnes. And now the back line defensively of Green Bay. Hank Greminger, 46 of Baylor. Emlyn Tennell, 45 of Iowa. John Symank, 27 of Florida. And Jess Whittington, number 47 of Texas Western. 3rd down. A long 4 yards to go for a first down for the Eagles. Game just underway. McDonald out to the right. Retzlaff to the left. Up the middle, it is Dean. And Symank may have the ball. A fumble as Dean had the first down. Bill Forrester was there along with Symank. Forrester made the tackle. Symank came up with the football, and Lindsay, already we have 2 big breaks in this game.
Yes, and that first big break, the flat pass intercepted, could have been fatal. It wasn't, so we'll see now if Green Bay can capitalize on this one.
This one at the 22-yard line. The interception earlier was at the 14.5. Starr has Dowler tight at right end. That's a bit unusual, and McGee is out to the left. Hornig. About 5 yards to the 16, where Tom Brookshire, number 40 from Colorado, came up. Forward progress marked nearer the 17. Gain of 5 for Hornig. 2nd down 5. The Eagles huddle defensively. Out to the right this time wide comes the former Colorado star, Boyd Dowler. And McGee is a tight left end. Taylor. Close to a first down near the 10. Hard running Jim Taylor. As Lindsay told you before the game started, Taylor was second only to the great Jimmy Brown of the Cleveland Browns in the all-important ground gaining department. We'll have our first measurement for the down as Chuck Weber, the middle linebacker of the Eagles from Westchester, number 51, makes the stop. An alternate crew of officials appointed today by Commissioner Pete Rozelle and supervisor of officials Mike Wilson, Art McNally, Frank Sinkovich, Charlie Berry, Stan Jaworski, and Mike Lisetsky. First down. A change now defensively for the Eagles. Number 55, Maxie Bond, came over to the near sideline. Not a change, actually, just wanted some equipment adjusted. So we're ready to go. Game still scoreless. First period with a little better than 10 minutes remaining. And the Eagles with a tough situation here. The Packers first down at the Eagle 11. Hornig to the outside. Driving to about the 8. In the grasp of Chuck Bednarik, that amazing 12-year veteran from Pennsylvania, and then helped out by Jess Richardson, the big tackle, number 72. And Fred Thurston, number 63, led the blocking that time for Hornig. Gain of 4 yards, 2nd down 6. you happen to come in a bit late, the Packers kicked off on the first play of scrimmage. Van Brocklin's pass was intercepted by Bill Quinlan, but the Eagles held for downs on the 5 and promptly fumbled on 3rd down, and the Packers recovered. Jim Taylor diving to the 5. Kayat, the big Tulane tackle, number 73, and a penalty marker down as Kayat makes the stop. Offside is indicated against. Chuck Bednarik is talking with referee Ron Gibbs, so it's obviously against the Packers as Jim Ringo, the offensive captain of Green Bay, looks over the situation. The Eagles will take the yardage. It'll move the ball back to the 13-yard line, and Tom Moore, number 25, the Packers' fine young rookie back from Vanderbilt, comes in and replaces Paul Hornung. This has been a oft-times used move by Vince Lombardi during the season to give Hornung a couple of moments rest, if possible, if a field goal attempt is forthcoming. So it is 2nd down, 11. The ball now at the Eagle 12-yard line. And the Packers have yet to move to the air lanes. Bart Starr moving Moore out to the right. Moore, number 25. Starr looking. Broken down by Bobby Freeman. Intended for Gary Knaffel, as Big Richardson almost had Starr for a loss, but you saw Starr slip away from him. So Hornung comes back in, and it will be 3rd and 11. And the Eagles have certainly proven to be tough, having had the misfortune to have a pass intercepted and to fumble deep in their own territory. They held the first time for downs at the 5 with a tremendous defensive stand. And they have forced the Packers now to 3rd and 11 at the 12-yard line. And McGee goes to the left. And Dowler, the big 6'5 flanker, goes to the right side. And Starr looks over that Eagle defense. McGee in and out of his hands. And it's 4th down, as Brookshire was right with him, the defensive back of the Eagles. And it comes up 4th and 11. And Hornung, number 5, will conceivably be attempting a field goal from near the Philadelphia 20. About 8 minutes and 45 seconds, unofficially, of course, remaining in the first period. Still scoreless, the Packers mounting their 2nd threat. Bart Starr will be holding at the Eagle 20. It's good. There's timeout on the field with a score. The Green Bay Packers 3 and the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. Paul Hornung preparing to kick off. Lindsay, the Eagles, who supposedly are weak against running, certainly didn't turn out to be weak against running these first 2 times the Packers were in close.
They have had a fine defense against the running attack, and the Packers have managed to get 3 points. It could have been much worse for the Eagles. So here we go again.
Brown, 22, Dean, 35, deep for Philadelphia. Number 87, Dick Lucas, electing to field that kickoff. And Philadelphia will have the ball as Andy Severko of Northwestern, number 67 for the Packers, makes the tackle on the kickoff. So Bill Forrester, number 71, will set up the Packers defensively, and the Eagles, trailing 3-0 with the roar of some 67,000 fans behind them, will put the ball in play from their own 23-yard line. With Van Brocklin 11, Barnes 33, Dean 35, McDonald 25, Retzlaff out to the left, Walston tight at right end. Fumble. Hanner and Jordan, the 2 Packer tackles, right on Van Brocklin. And the veteran quarterback held onto the ball. It's a loss of 1, 2nd down, 11. There's a good close look at one of the great quarterbacks of all time, Norm Van Brocklin, in what he says absolutely is his final game as a competitor. Out to the left comes Retzlaff, and to the right, McDonald, the speedster from Oklahoma. Over the middle. Pass interference. Walston, the intended receiver, the veteran Emlyn Tennell, is accused of interfering. It is an automatic first down at Philadelphia's 34-yard line, and the first down of the game for the Eagles. Packers 3, Eagles nothing. First period about 7.5 minutes remaining. Out to the left again, Retzlaff, number 44 from South Dakota State. Up the middle, Dean. Upset after a short gain by Henry Jordan from Virginia, 74. And the defensive right end, Bill Quinlan, number 83 of Michigan State. Gain of 2 yards. Second down, 8. Number 35 for the Eagles, Ted Dean from Wichita, in his rookie year, has certainly been a welcome player for the Eagles with the Eagle injury to the great Clarence Peaks. Van Brocklin is looking. He's throwing deep for Walston. Back to cover was Tennell. So conceivably, we have had 2 passes now thrown near the veteran Emlyn Tennell. Conceivably, the Eagles figure that the veteran from Iowa might be a weak link in that pass defense. Look that way to you, Lindsay?
Yes, it does, Ray. Of course, professional football is a game in which you try to play individual weaknesses if you can find one. And that might be just what the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to do.
Third down, 8. Eagles from their own 36. Send Retzlaff to the left, McDonald to the right. McDonald, 25.
How you doing?
The quickie. Very close to a first down to Walston. Dan Curry, the left linebacker, upset him. The ball is at the 44. We will have a measurement for the down. As players surround the ball, the Eagles have 1 first down. The Packers have the only score, a 20-yard field goal by Paul Hornig. The weatherman tells us the temperature may go near 50 degrees today. That might be real nice.
Well, it would have to hurry, it seems to me, Ray, and we're told that along the sideline down there, the ground is still so frozen that the men carrying the sticks and the man carrying the down markers had trouble getting them into the ground.
You saw the indication by referee Ron Gibbs, short of a first down. Norm Van Brocklin, one of the fine punters in the National Football League, will be dropping back in punt formation. The Packers will send back Lou Carpenter, 33, from Arkansas, and Willie Wood, the rookie, number 24, from Southern California. The Eagles, trailing by 3-0, elect not to go for short yardage here at the midway point of the first quarter. Apparently decide not to go for short yardage. You never know. Van Brocklin at the Eagle 30. Carpenter. Spun around by John Wilcox, rookie defensive lineman from Oregon. And Chuck Bednarik was downfield, belying his years. Friends, stay tuned at halftime for the presentation of the Marlboro Sporting News Awards. See who will be professional football's Player of the Year and the Rookie of the Year. First down, the Packers, as Carpenter gets practically no run back, and it's at the Packers 17. And Starr sends Dowler to the right, 86, and McGee fairly close, number 85 at left end. Knaffel at the Packer 37-yard line is nailed by Jimmy Carr, 21, and Don Burrows, 45. First down, Green Bay. That slippery portion of the field can certainly take its toll today, as you saw the Eagle defensive back.
It was Chuck Bednarik that slipped down, Ray, lost his footing trying to cross over.
And right now, the ball is at the portion of the field that is probably most dangerous as far as footing is concerned. A good close look at Starr. Jim Taylor on the draw play to about the 41. And at first, Bakayat, the tackle from Tulane, 73, and Maxie Bond, 55 of Georgia Tech. Taylor picks up 5 yards. A long 4, perhaps. Second down, let's call it 6. First quarter has about 5 minutes remaining. Packers leading 3-0 on a 20-yard field goal by Hornig. Dowler to the right and McGee to the left. Jim Taylor to the outside, gets a block from Thurston, but is caught from behind by Maxie Bond. And Marion Campbell, the right end, was there as well. No gain on the play. Third down and still about 6 as the Eagles huddle. Number 66 is Joe Robb from TCU. Jess Richardson, 72, from Alabama. Number 21 coming out to the left is Jimmy Carr from Morris Harvey. Third down, 6. To the left again, McGee. Out to the right, way out to the right is Dowler. Starr looking. Incomplete at midfield. Burrows came up to cover. Max McGee trying to make the diving grab, and it's 4th down and a long 6. And the first Green Bay punt of the game coming up. And we expect to see Max McGee, who has been doing most of the punting for the Packers during the season. The Eagles now drop back 2 men deep. Dean, 35, and Brown, 22. And McGee will be punting from the Packer 27-yard line. Not very deep. At the 25 and out of bounds in the 20. A good roll that time, a lucky roll for the Packers. And the Eagles will put the ball in play from their own 17-yard line, trailing by 3-0, with the first quarter having just a little over 5 minutes unofficially remaining. 2 scoring threats in the game if you did not watch from the beginning. We remind you, friends, that today's game is being brought to you in living color on NBC TV. Same offensive cast for Philadelphia. Van Brocklin, 11, Barnes, 33, Dean, 35, McDonald, 25, Walston, 83, and Retzlaff, 44, out to the left. Barnes trying to find running room, gets a couple of yards, where Willie Davis, number 87, from Grambling, defensive left end of Green Bay, made the stop. And Wake Forest's Jerry Huth made the offensive block. Led the play that time. 3-yard gain, 2nd down, 7. Retzlaff again comes to the left, and there's Van Brocklin. McDonald to the right by about 5 yards. Van Brocklin is going to run, and he does not run very often. And the crowd here really came alive. These Philadelphia Eagle fans haven't seen them run very much. There's Van Brocklin, upset by Jordan. Picked up a couple of yards, 3rd and 4. Van Brocklin again has Retzlaff to the left and McDonald to the right on a 3rd and 4 situation. Walston was not able to turn around in time. Forrester was covering. Bill Quinlan put a pretty good rush that time on Van Brocklin. Quinlan wearing number 83. And so conceivably, we will now have a Philadelphia punt, 4th and 4. Lindsay, it'll be professional football's loss if Van Brocklin does elect not to play anymore. He's been one of the greatest.
Indeed he has. The crowd got a big kick out of it because his famous quote is that he runs the football only from sheer fright.
Van Brocklin at the Eagle 10. Great height, Willie Wood. John Wilcox is again the first man down underneath the punt. He was down earlier. And as before, nailed the man taking the punt, in this instance, Willie Wood, without a run back. The Packers have the ball at their own 37-yard line. 1st down. So let's see if there's any change for Green Bay as we look at their offensive huddle. Starr, 15, Hornig, 5, Taylor, 31, Dowler, 86, wide to the right. There's Starr, the former Alabama great, in his 5th year in the National Football League. Taylor. Running right into Burrows at the 42-yard line, and Bobby Freeman. Packer assistant coaches have said time and again that in an open field that they honestly believe that Taylor will look for a defender to run into. He has been a great, great offensive back for the Green Bay Packers. Gain of 4, 2nd down, 6. Ball at the Green Bay 42-yard line with a little better than 2 minutes remaining in the first period, and the Packers clinging to a 3-0 lead. Hornig picking his way close to a 1st down at the 46. Marion Campbell, the big end from Georgia, made that defensive play. Number 78. and Jess Richardson, number 72 from Alabama. 3rd down, 1. The ball at the Packer 46-yard line. To the left, McGee. To the right, Dowler. On 3rd down, 1. Hornig to the outside. Drives for what looks to be enough of a first down at midfield. Fred Thurston led the blocking, number 63, and Don Burrows, number 45, came up from his safety spot, along with Chuck Weber, the middle linebacker, to make the stop. Weber wears number 51, played at Westchester Teachers in Pennsylvania. First down, the Packers at midfield. Number 84 is Gary Knappel for Green Bay, played at Colorado. On first down, Starr looking. It's complete to Knappel at the Eagle 42-yard line. And that time, Lindsay, Bart Starr had about as good a protection as he's had so far in this game.
He had fine protection. He had a chance to take a good look and give his receiver a chance to make his move out there.
Gain of 9, 2nd down, 1. Just seconds remaining unofficially in the first period. Packers 3, Eagles nothing. Starr looking things over. Jim Taylor. Look at him go all the way to the Eagle 29-yard line. And there's the gun. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Green Bay Packers 3 and the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. Bart Starr has made his play selection. He sends Dowler, number 86, wide to the right side. McGee out a couple of yards at the left side. Hornig to the outside. He's looking for receiver. Dowler is there. Incomplete in the end zone as Bobby Freeman recovered just in time. Boyd Dowler had a big step, but the pass, as you noted, I am sure, was a little high, so that it took enough time, fortunately for the Eagles, to allow Bobby Freeman to get back there. Paul Hornig ever dangerous on that option play.
Yes, Ray Dowler had him beaten quite well there, and if he'd let him a little more where he could have taken it in stride, it would have been good night nurse.
2nd down, 10 from the Eagle 29. Ringo to Starr, and Starr looking. Dowler with a brilliant diving catch at the Eagle 15-yard line. Boyd Dowler, the 6'5", 220-yard receiver from the University of Colorado, brings the Packers a first down as Jimmy Carr, defensive back from Morris Harvey, makes the stop. A change at offensive tackle from Michigan State, number 78, Norm Masters, replaces Forrest Gregg. First down, Green Bay at the Eagle 16. And Dowler goes to the right and McGee to the left. Jim Taylor to about the 11, where middle linebacker Chuck Weber plugs the hole. We'll see where they spot the ball. The 12-yard line. 4-yard gain. 2nd down, 6. The interior lineman for the Packers. One of the great offensive lines in pro football. Ringo, 51. Thurston, 63. Kramer, 64. Skoronsky, 76. Masters now on the right side, 78. And the tight end, Gary Knappel, number 84. 2nd down, 6 at the Eagle 12. A penalty marker down as Starr throws in and out of the hands of Hornig. Chuck Bednarik was defending, but an obvious infraction just before the ball was snapped. Joe Robb put a good rush that time on Bart Starr. The Eagles have the option here. Number 40 is Tom Brookshire, the defensive back from Colorado. The Eagles will accept the penalty. 5 yards, moves the ball back to the 17-yard line. Offside by referee Ron Gibbs, the indication, where it will be 2nd down, 11. early in the second period from Franklin Field in Philadelphia. The Western Conference champion Green Bay Packers lead the Eastern Conference champion Philadelphia Eagles by 3-0. And the Packers are posing their third scoring threat of the game. McGee, incomplete. Brookshire defending. Intended for the veteran from Tulane, Max McGee. And again, the Eagles turn up tough defensively. For those of you who missed the early moments of this game, the Packers kicked off. The Eagles on the first play from scrimmage had a Van Brocklin pass intercepted by Quinlan at the 14-yard line, and the Eagles held for downs at the 5. As on 4th and 1, the Packers elected to go for a first down rather than a field goal. The second time they threatened, they capitalized to the tune of a 20-yard field goal by Horning, and that's the difference. Here's a big third down play. And Starr is looking. He is throwing in and out of the hands of Burrows at the 5-yard line. Joe Robb put the pressure on the passer. Gary Knappel was the intended receiver, and I think may have had something to do with shaking that ball loose. Starr unofficially has completed just 3 of 8 passes. Packers have 5 first downs. Hornig threw 1 of those passes. 4th down. And Starr will be in holding position at the Philadelphia 24-yard line. It's good. There's timeout on the field with the score now. The Green Bay Packers 6, the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. Here at this same Franklin Field not too many weeks ago, the Eagles in their second meeting with the New York Giants trailed early 17-0 and came back to win convincingly. Hornig preparing to kick off with again Brown 22 and Dean 35 to receive. A short kick fielded by Robb at the 25 and belted out of bounds by Dick Pessinen at the Eagle 26-yard line. Joe Robb, normally a defensive lineman, had to make like a runner. Our Eagles spotter Ed Dawson reminds me that Robb twice this year has taken kickoffs and was forced into a fumble. So here are the Eagles now, and the crowd again comes alive as Bednarik over the ball holds his hands up momentarily to be quiet. Eagles at their own 26. Van Brocklin looking over the middle, complete to Walston. Wrapped up by Nitschke, 66, and one of the officials really went sprawling that time. I think it was umpire Joe Connell. Lost his footing. There's a good look at Vince Lombardi, the coach and general manager of the Green Bay Packers, nervously pacing back and forth. What a fabulous job he has done with this Green Bay team in 2 years. Second down, 6 as Van Brocklin hits Walston for 6 yards, and Retzlaff is to the left and McDonald to the right. Barnes. This might be a first down. The headlinesman will mark forward progress. There's the signal, first down. The second one for the Eagles. It comes at their 37. A little better than 12 minutes remaining in the first half. The Packers leading 6-0 on the strong right leg of Paul Hornig. McDonald right, Retzlaff left. Batted in the air, caught by Van Brocklin. Throws intended for Dean. Lindsay, I'm trying to recall the last time I saw that happen. Willie Davis never even knew he had touched the ball. Right back to Van Brocklin, and by golly, he almost completed the pass, and there is going to be a conference. Van Brocklin talking with referee Ron Gibbs. I see one of the officials went across the way and shouted the ruling of the officials to Vince Lombardi and his assistant Bill Austin. Second down, 10 from the Eagle 37. Dean on the draw play to the 44 before Curry and Jordan and Nitschke make the tackle, as leading the blocking at time was Billy Barnes. And the young rookie from Wichita, Ted Dean, brings the Eagles to 3rd and 2 from the Eagle 44. Van Brocklin, as I am trying to recall, has, I believe, thrown just one deep pass. He overthrew Walston on a deep pattern in the first period. 3rd and 2. To the outside, it is Barnes. And the Packers nail him. First Forrester and then Whittington. And brilliant defensive play by the Packers on the outside move. Forrester hand fighting the interference. Jerry Huth could not get any traction to get any blocking in front of Barnes. The loss, 2 yards, 4th and 4 from the Eagle 42-yard line. And Carpenter, 33, Lou Carpenter from Arkansas, and Willie Wood, number 24 from Southern Cal, back at the Packer 15. Van Brocklin punting from the Eagle 28. A lot of time for Van Brocklin. Great height. Fair catch. And the Eagles will down the ball at the 19-yard line. Referee or umpire Joe Connell indicating it did not touch any of the Packers. Lou Carpenter that time, you saw him fall to the ground, and the Eagles thought that the ball may have touched him. If it had, the Eagles, of course, would have had possession. 3 times in a row, John Wilcox has been the first man down under that punt for Philadelphia. So the Eagles get set defensively, and the Packers start from their own 20-yard line. And Dowler goes to the right, and McGee to the left, and Knappel is a tight right end. Jim Taylor trying to get running room, and Weber has him, and Marion Campbell. Taylor somehow manages to grind out about 1.5 yards. Nowhere to run. And that portion of the field right there is about as slippery as any other. 2nd down, 8. Packers 6, Eagles nothing. 2nd period. Early in the period. Dowler to the right. McGee a couple of yards wide of the left tackle, Bob Skoronski. Hornig. No gain, as Joe Robb, the defensive left end, and Jim Carr, the defensive left halfback, teamed up beautifully. And the Packers now have moved the ball to a portion of the field that's in better shape as far as footing is concerned. No gain, 3rd and 8. The Eagles are ready defensively. This time, the Packers are strong to the left with Knappel, the tight end, on that side, and McGee flanking that way. On 3rd down, Stars looking. Jim Taylor to the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 3 as Brookshire and Bond, Brookshire 40, Bond 55, Burroughs 45, team up to bring the tough fullback of the Packers down. And so the Packers will apparently have to give up the football on 4th and 2. A little better than 8 minutes remaining in the first half. McGee will be punting from the Packer 12. And Brown 22 and Dean 35 are set to receive this punt. The Eagles have yet to pose a scoring threat. A line drive kick at midfield. 45, 43. And the Eagles are in excellent position as Ron Kramer, number 88 of Michigan, downs that punt. And Norm Van Brocklin can use just about anything, Lindsay, I'd say, in his offensive repertoire at this point.
Up to now, Ray, he stayed on the ground mostly, and a veteran like Van Brocklin may very well be running this game in a pattern, and I shouldn't be surprised along here midway as we are in the second quarter to see him go with some of the big bombs at any time.
There's Van Brocklin. First down. He still has the ball. McDonald, 40, 35. Reminger made the tackle. And this crowd tells you that the Eagles are threatening. 4 of 8 completions for Van Brocklin. A first down at the Packer 35-yard line. Packers 6, Eagles nothing, but don't let that mislead you. Out to the right comes McDonald. He's always dangerous. Everybody else is in tight. Good protection. He's throwing for McDonald. If ever a picture told more than 1,000 words, it was McDonald getting that all-important step on Hank Greminger, and Van Brocklin with fabulous protection all the time in the world through the strike. The Eagles have a chance to go a point ahead with Jurgensen holding for Walston. He does. There's timeout on the field with the score now. The Philadelphia Eagles 7, the Green Bay Packers 6. So the game has followed pattern. The Packers have been able to control the ball. They have threatened 3 times, came up with 2 field goals, but just like that, Van Brocklin to McDonald to the Packer 35. Van Brocklin to McDonald with fabulous protection you can't overlook that enabled McDonald to get loose for the equalizing touchdown, the extra point, and the Eagles have the lead. Look at that kick. Ted Dean getting about as much foot into the ball as you could possibly get into it, and you saw one of Philadelphia's finest fielding the ball. And so the Packers now will start from their own 20, trailing Buck Shaw's Philadelphia Eagles by a point. And this is already shaping up into everything we had hoped for in a great championship game. Taylor in motion, takes the ball from Starr. Forward progress will be about 1 yard to the 21, if that much. And Jimmy Carr made a great defensive effort, and Joe Robb kept fighting him off. Number 66, Robb. Carr, 21. Gain of 1, second down 9. It is not without reason that Van Brocklin is called the most accurate long passer in football. And give him time, and he'll kill you. Bart Starr looking over the middle, in and out of the hands of Knappel at the Packer 34-yard line. Burrows there to cover, and Maxie Bond dropped back from right linebacker, and Bond has been shaken up. So there's timeout on the field with the score. The Philadelphia Eagles 7, the Green Bay Packers 6. In defending that time, Maxie Bond, 55, and Don Burrows, 45, collided head-on, and both were very slow to get up. With the loss already of Bob Pellegrini, this, of course, will be disastrous as far as the Eagles are concerned in the linebacking department, where Bednarik has had to fill in both ways, playing offensive center as well as linebacker. But they're staying in. Maxie Bond from Georgia Tech, Don Burrows from Colorado State. 3rd and 9. The Packers from their own 21-yard line, trailing Philadelphia 7-6. To Hornig, 2 yards. It will force a 4th and 7 situation as Joe Robb makes the tackle along with Bednarik. And the Eagles are about to get the ball again with a little better than 6 minutes remaining in the first half. And Philadelphia leading by the margin of a Walston extra point. McGee punting from inside the Packer 10. Brown 22 and Dean 35 back to receive. And over 67,000 fans at Franklin Field come up with a roar. At the 40, 35, 30. A great punt and a very fortunate roll for the Packers' Max McGee. And the Eagles will have the ball at their own 26. And the Eagles have the lead at a single point. Buck Shaw, the coach of the year this year of the Philadelphia Eagles, along with Van Brocklin, the player of the year, have stated that this will be their last game. Shaw as a head coach and Van Brocklin as a player. We shall see. Van Brocklin has McDonald to the right. On first down. He is throwing for Retzlaff. Retzlaff of South Dakota State grabs in another long Van Brocklin aerial as Retzlaff got the step on Simak and Whittington. And here are the Eagles threatening again, moving all the way from their own 26 to the Packer 33. About 5 minutes left in the first half. Retzlaff to the left, McDonald to the right. To the outside, it is Dean. And Nitschke makes the tackle at the 30. Dean trying to come outside. Stan Campbell from Iowa State, 67, the right guard, pulled out and led the blocking that time for Dean. 3-yard gain, second down 7. And of course, anytime the Eagles come in within field goal range, remember they have a great place kicker in Bobby Walston. Retzlaff again goes to the left, and out to the right is McDonald. Second down. Incomplete. As a rush that time by the linebacker, Dan Curry from the left, forced Van Brocklin to get rid of that ball, I believe, a little before he intended. There's a good look at Buck Shaw with the glasses, the silver-haired head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and Nick Skorich of his staff. An attempted screen pass, but off target as Van Brocklin was rushed. Third down 7 from the Packer 30. Retzlaff goes wide to the left side. McDonald is about 4 yards wide at right end. Dean at the 25, 20, 15, 10. Willie Davis and Jess Whittington finally collared Dean as Retzlaff threw a great block. And there's the rookie from Wichita, Ted Dean. And it's first and goal for the Eagles at the Packer 8. Unofficially, 7 of 12 passes completed by the incomparable Van Brocklin. Same setup. Retzlaff left, McDonald right, whistle on the field. The Packers are going to talk things over. Friends, we remind you that next Saturday, that's December 31st, make a note, the Blue-Gray game from Montgomery, Alabama, followed by the East-West Shrine game from San Francisco, California. Lindsay, it's a pleasure to watch an artist at work, and that's the only way you can describe Van Brocklin, particularly when they had to. Here we go, first and goal, the Eagles at the Packer 8. McDonald is out to the right, Greminger is covering him head and head. Incomplete in the end zone. A bit low, the pass. Greminger was covering. So it will be second and goal from the Packer 8. Eagles 7, Packers 6. Unofficially, 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Horning has kicked 2 field goals for Green Bay. Retzlaff to the left again. McDonald to the right. Walston is the tight right end. Incomplete. Pete Retzlaff is complaining that there might have been a little more contact than the Eagles would have liked, but it's incomplete. It'll be third and goal. Van Brocklin, as you see, just straightening up and trying to pick out somebody quick. Third and goal at the 8. weatherman has certainly cooperated today when you think of what might have been in the weather department. Here we go. 3rd and goal at the 8. Incomplete. An attempted screen pass to Barnes. And it's 4th down. So the field goal kicking unit with Sonny Jurgensen to hold and probably Walston to kick. Although I well recall a similar situation in a Detroit Lion Cleveland Brown championship game when Tobin Rote was apparently going to hold the football, and he didn't. He threw for a touchdown. The attempt, if it is that, will be from about the 15-yard line of Green Bay. It's good. And so the Eagles are forced to go for the 3 points as 3 consecutive passes are incomplete. The Eagles lead now 4 points at 10-6. And a good look at this throng at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. The boos are not for any player or official, but for some of Philadelphia's finest. I believe several of them wanted to get the football back from the crowd. And, Lindsay, I don't think their chances are too good.
I don't think there's any chance at all of getting anything back from this crowd this afternoon. The Eagles leading here by a score of 10-6, and in professional football, of course, the idea is you have to keep right on scoring if you're going to win, because if you try to sit on a lead, the chances are that the other ball club will catch you. So this one is still as close as you'd ever want one to be, 10-6, with only a few minutes remaining in the first half here at Franklin Field. Actually, when the tarp was taken off of this field this morning, there was a little ice on it. And so before the ball game, the Packers were out there in sneakers and cleats trying to figure out which to wear. They decided to go with the cleats. And then during the first half here, as the sun has been shining, a little of that moisture has been coming out. It's been turning to mud a little bit, so that in certain places, footing has been quite treacherous. But right now, we're getting set to go. And once again, here is Ray Scott.
Ted Dean to kick off, Simak and Moore to receive. Moore led the league in kickoff returns, almost 34 yards every time he grabbed a kickoff. Another great kick by Dean. It will be down and an automatic touchback. And for the second time, Dean has kept the Packers' Tom Moore from getting a run back. And so Green Bay, with a little better than 3 minutes remaining in the first half, will put the ball in play from their own 20-yard line, trailing Philadelphia by 10-6. See if there are any changes in the defensive unit of the Eagles. We see Robb, 66, Richardson, 72, Kayat, 73, Campbell, 78, the front line, Bednarik, Weber, Baum, the linebackers, Freeman, Carr, Burrows, Brookshire, the back line. In motion, Taylor. Hornig, up the middle to the 36-yard line. Finally brought down by first Bednarik and then Baum. But a beautiful hole opened up there by that Packer offensive line. And they've been doing that all year long. Skoronski, 76, Thurston, 63, Ringo, 51, Kramer, 64, Jerry Kramer, and Forrest Gregg, 75. Dowler to the right, McGee to the left. First down, Green Bay from their own 36. Late in the first half. Jim Taylor to about the 39, where Chuck Weber, the middle backer from Westchester, 51, puts his shoulder into the ball carrier, limits Taylor to 3 yards at most at the 39-yard line, and it's second down 7. And the clock is running with unofficially 2 minutes remaining in the first half. The official time, as you professional fans know, is kept by the back judge in the National Football League. There's the whistle and the 2-minute warning, indicated by referee Ron Gibbs to head coach Buck Shaw of the Eagles and Vince Lombardi of the Packers. Philadelphia 10, Green Bay 6. Second down 7. Starr has been the quarterback all of this game. There he is. Jim Taylor driving to the 45-yard line. Ed Kayat, the big Tulane tackle, number 73. and the veteran Bednarik make the stop, and the Packers trying to conserve as much time as possible with 3rd and about 1 coming up. Dowler to the right. And a virtual, it's a 6-1 for Philadelphia. Jim Taylor, look at him driving. Looked like he was caught short of a first down, but that extra effort has apparently paid off in a first down, as we'll await the signal, and there it is, as Bednarik finally pins down hard-running Jimmy Taylor. Running with a little better than a minute remaining in the first half. Starr looking. He throws to Hornig. And Hornig is out of bounds at the Eagle 43-yard line. Chuck Weber has him in his grasp. Campbell that time very close to nailing Starr along with Kayat. That stops the clock at the Eagle 43-yard line as the Packers are trying to get within field goal range. 2nd down 2. Over the middle. Intended for Knaffel at the 30. Burrows and Freeman were there to cover. And here is a 3rd and about 3 situation. Hits the short man, Jim Taylor. And the Packers now in threatening position at the Eagle 20-yard line with unofficially still 55 seconds remaining in the half. Jim Taylor, 6 feet, 215 pounds, 3rd year from LSU, and I do not personally know of a harder runner in professional football. Extra effort is his middle name. Again, it's to the right, Dowler, to the left, McGee. Over the middle, Hornig. To the 13-yard line where Freeman upsets him. Whistle on the field. The Packers are going to conserve the some 48 seconds remaining here in the half. And Lindsay, anyone left the living room a few moments ago and said, well, the half's almost over, probably wondering what's going on.
It seems to me, Ray, 45 seconds in a professional football game can be forever, the way these fellas conserve their timeouts. Of course, we are seeing here Bart Starr with his short passing game, for which he became famous during the latter part of the season. Bart Starr's short passing game, of course, perfectly balanced the ground attack of the Green Bay Packers, and he gained a reputation as perhaps the most accurate of the short passers.
2nd and 3, Packers at the Eagle 13-yard line. The Eagles leading by 10-6 in the closing seconds of the first half. Starr looking. It's complete at the 6-yard line to Knaffel. And the unofficial scoreboard clock is now running. Packers are going to quickly line up. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Starr looking. He's going to run. And Vaughn has him at the line of scrimmage. So the field goal kicking unit comes onto the field. The clock is running. Just about 15 seconds left. Packers trying to get off the field. The clock is still running. The Eagles don't want to get out of the way. The officials say, let's go. We may have time for it. And the Eagles knock Jim Ringo sprawling. Number 40, Brookshire, went piling through on Jim Ringo. The unofficial scoreboard clock shows 5 seconds remaining, and confusion is reigning at the moment on the field. The Eagles, of course, do not want to permit the Packers, if they can help it, from having enough time. Let's watch the signal referee, Ron Gibbs. He moves the players back. Offside. That's as far as we got. Now he's going to say, let's let the crowd take a look at this. Offside against Philadelphia. Declined by the Packers because to move in close would make it a tougher angle for Hornig. So let's see if the Packers can move to within 1 point as they trail 10-6 and a couple of seconds remaining in the first half. Starr holding. It is not good. It is wide of its target, and that was the last play of the first half. A thrilling finish to a bruising first half, and that is the end of the first half with the score. The Philadelphia Eagles 10, the Green Bay Packers 6.
Dean's kicking off has been nothing less than phenomenal here this afternoon. He has sailed that ball all the way over and out of the end zone on occasion. Well, this one will be played. He gets it high, and it is Simak on the 9-yard line to the 10-15. Simak to the 20-25, 30, and goes down hard just across the 30-yard line. Hit down by John Gunnels, number 74. And so now the Green Bay Packers, trailing by 4 points, have the football. 1st and 10, and they have it on their own 31-yard line. Bart Starr, number 15, the quarterback. Paul Hornung, number 5, the left half. Boyd Dowler, 86, the right half. And Jim Taylor, number 31, the fullback. The ends of Max McGee, 85. And Gary Knaffel, number 84. McGee is the split left end. And it's given inside to Paul Hornung as he goes across the 35-yard line up to the 37. Brought down by Marion Campbell, number 78, the defensive right end. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers. Defensively, the Philadelphia Eagles, as you see there, have the same alignment that they had primarily throughout the first half of the ball game. Now it is Max McGee, who is split left, and Dowler, who is flanked to the right side. On the draw play, it is Taylor across the 40-yard line. Taylor going close to a 1st down. Hit down by Don Burrows and Marion Campbell. And so now we have an official's time. Do we get the ball spotted? And they're going to bring out the chain to measure for the 1st down. Early in the 3rd quarter. Stretch the chain. If any part of that ball is in advance of the end of that chain, it's a 1st down. And it is 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Packers on their own 42-yard line. The Philadelphia Eagles leading by a score of 10-6 during the regular season. The Eagles won 10 and lost 2. Packers won 8 and lost 4. McGee, number 85, split left. You're watching Bart Starr, the quarterback. He faked it off, bootlegged it, and Starr is throwing deep to Dowler. Deflected at the last possible moment by Don Burrows, number 45. Don Burrows made the save as Boyd Dowler was speeding past him. He is 6 feet 4 inches tall, and he used every inch of his height that time. During the season, he intercepted 9 passes. The Philadelphia Eagles, of course, led the league in that department, intercepting 30. Haven't had an interception this afternoon. So it's 2nd down and 10 yards to go. As you saw Starr that time, fake a handoff, bootleg the ball to the right, go for all the money. That almost paid off, but not quite. Dowler is flanked right, and McGee is split left for the Packers. Again, Starr has the ball, retreating. Completed it up there to Hornung at the line of scrimmage. Or not quite to the line of scrimmage. Kayat made the tackle, and you saw Jess Richardson, who was rushing the passer back there. Big number 72 was piling in on Bart Starr as he cut it loose. It's a loss of 4 yards on the completed pass behind the line. It'll be 3rd and 14 at the 38-yard line.
13 yards to go.
There's big Jess Richardson, number 72. He had a tragedy in his family. Last Monday, his infant child died. This is Bart Starr retreating. And he hits Taylor at the 40. Taylor to the 45. That is Boyd Dowler. And Joe Robb, along with Carr, over there on defense. The ball is being spotted at the 47-yard line. So it is 4th down. About 5 yards to go, a kicking situation, and Max McGee will kick the retreating now. Tim Brown, number 22, and Ted Dean, number 35, on the punt return. McGee kicking from his own 33. And he spirals that one out of there beautifully, and Ted Dean takes it over his shoulder at the 5-yard line. Dean to the 10. Gets back to the 15-yard line with Timmy Brown throwing blocks for him. Ted Dean's number 35. That is Steve Meilinger, number 80, former All-American at the University of Kentucky, who made the tackle. So now the Philadelphia Eagles, leading by a score of 10-6, have the football, and they have it 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. Norm Van Brocklin, number 11, the quarterback, and they flank McDonald, number 25. They have Dean at the running back position and Billy Barnes at the far running back position. Van Brocklin retreats, swings it out here. It is fullback incomplete. An incompleted forward pass intended for Ted Dean. 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Philadelphia Eagles at their own 15-yard line.
10 yards to go.
In case you've ever wondered why they call them Eagles, in 1933, when the late Bert Bell bought the old Frankfurt franchise, he said he looked all around and all he saw were NRA posters with that big screaming eagle, and so he called them the Eagles. And off into Barnes and close along the 15, gets outside to the 20 and across. Got to 22 or 23-yard line, call it to 23. Jesse Whitten, number 47, and Henry Jordan, number 74, making the tackle. Picked up 8 yards, 3rd down and 2 yards to go now. Billy Barnes, the former star at Wake Forest, who for 3 consecutive years led the Eagles in ground game, had a bad year this year. Tommy McDonald is flank right. Retzlaff is the split left end. Van Brocklin fake to McDonald, throws now out to McDonald, but it's batted down up close. Big Henry Jordan, number 74, got a meat hook up there to bat it down. 4th down situation, 4th and 2 on the 23, and that sets up the punting situation. That is Norm Van Brocklin, who does the punting and does it very well. He averaged better than 43 yards per kick this year for the Philadelphia Eagles. Green Bay has dropped back Lou Carpenter, number 33, and Willie Wood, number 24. There they are. Carpenter's 33, Wood's 24. Van Brocklin will be kicking from about his own 10-yard line. He has a very slight wind advantage here. Well, he got that one off and just in the nick and a beautiful kick. It is taken by Wood on the 28. Wood to the 30, 35, 36-yard line. Willie Wood. Stopped by Tim Brown, number 22, and Chuck Bednarik, number 60, downfield under the kick after snapping the ball in deep punt formation. That is an amazing man, Chuck Bednarik. 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. They have the ball on their own 36-yard line. Now they'll see what they can do about moving it. They have the most vaunted ground game in professional football. They trail by 4 points here in the 3rd period. 2 fine running backs in Paul Horning and Jim Taylor. This is Horning to the 40, 45, 50, 49-yard line. So Paul Horning, the former All-American and Heisman Trophy winner at Notre Dame, has moved the ball into Philadelphia territory at the 49-yard line. Max McGee with a fine block downfield. He was in a split position, came back inside. Chuck Weber, the middle linebacker, made the tackle. As the ball is spotted, it's nearer the 50, so let's call it 1st and 10 at midfield to start this series. Dallas flank right, McGee split left. You look at number 15, Bart Starr, played his college football at Alabama. Fake the pitch and gave to Taylor. Taylor to the 40. Taylor to the 34-yard line. Freeman coming up to make the tackle as the ground game of the Green Bay Packers that we were mentioning has moved them now to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. So the Packers now trail by 4 points, and the hometown crowd here in Philadelphia has come alive. McGee is split to the left side. Bart Starr calling the ball game for the Green Bay Packers. Gives it to Horning. Horning moves in just across the 30-yard line, falling across it. Marion Campbell, number 78, is there. And so is Maxie Bond, number 55, who played at Georgia Tech. Maxie Bond getting up a little slowly and coming out of the ball game, and John Nacera is coming in to replace him at the linebacker position for the Philadelphia Eagles. It is John Nacera, who played his college football at the University of Iowa for Forrest Evershevsky, and at the right linebacker position now. It is 2nd down and 6. Boyd Dollar is flanked far to the right side. Max McGee is split to the left side. This is Bart Starr. Pitches it to Jim Taylor. Gets to the 30, and goes to the 26-yard line before he's thrown back. Tom Brookshire, number 40, was the man who met him there. John Nacera is there also. Don Barros came up to help. The ball is spotted where his forward progress stopped, and that's the 26-yard line. Jim Taylor returning to the huddle. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 now. This is a big play, 3rd and 2 for the Green Bay Packers, who already are within field goal range, of course. They trail by 4 points. Starr has made his call, and he sends Dowell a flank to the right side, and McGee split left. That, of course, is a favorite set of the Green Bay Packers. He gives it to Horning. Tries to go outside, and he got to the 25. Chuck Bednarik, fighting off blockers, made the tackle. It's going to be 4th and about a yard. And now we're getting a timeout for the Green Bay Packers. There's timeout on the field with the score: the Philadelphia Eagles 10, the Green Bay Packers 6. There is Paul Horning just getting up on his feet. He was injured on the play, and they just now have him up. And Ray Scott, to lose Paul Horning would be quite a blow to the chances of the Packers.
Not only because of his fine running and his threat as a passer, but obviously the only 6 points they have from his kicking. Muddy is able to leave the field under his own power, and the young rookie back, Tom Moore, who has filled in so capably in similar instances this year, will replace him in the backfield. But it would be a tough blow if he can't come back in.
All right, the situation is 4th down and 1 yard to go for the Green Bay Packers. When you trail by 4 points, what do you do right here? Chances are, with a man like Jim Taylor, you try your darndest to get it. So they're going 4th and 1 at the 25-yard line. That's Taylor, and I think he got it. Chuck Bednarik coming over with lots of help. They're going to spot the ball right there and then take a look. Bobby Freeman was up there, right with Ron Gibbs, the referee, who indicated that he wasn't going to dive in there. He knew where the spot was. He had it marked, and they're going to bring the chain out to measure for the 1st down. A very important measurement coming up right here. If he didn't make it, the Eagles have the ball. If he did make it, they have a 1st down deep in Eagle territory. Ronnie Gibbs wants to try to get the ball players back. And he did not make it. Apparently, he did not make it. He lacked that much, and the ball goes over. Jim Taylor did not make it, and the ball goes over to the Philadelphia Eagles. Chuck Bednarik, the left corner linebacker, was the man in there who had him with a bear hug. And so the Eagles take it 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Jim Taylor was rubbing his leg rather briskly as he got up out of the stack, too, after they had already lost the other running back, Paul Horning. Now the Eagles, and Norm Van Brockling in charge right now. Gives it off to Barnes. Barnes goes across to the 27-yard line. Booth throwing a nice block for him. Willie Davis coming over on the tackle. So it's a gain of 3 yards, making it 2nd down and 7 for the Philadelphia Eagles, as they lead the Green Bay Packers by a score of 10-6 in the 3rd quarter at Philadelphia's Franklin Field. Unofficially 6.5 minutes remaining to be played in the 3rd quarter. McDonald is flanked right. Retzlaff is split left, and Van Brockton retreats to throw. He throws to Retzlaff. Can he beat him? He overthrew him. He had him beat. He had him out there by a step or two. Whittenden and Simak, the deep men back there. 3rd and 7 at the 27 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Norm Van Brocklen had plenty of time to lay back and throw the long one to Retzlaff to give him time to speed downfield. Again, it's Retzlaff split left, and McDonald's flank right. And again, Van Brocklen retreats to throw. This time throws to McDonald, and it's McDonald at the 50, 45, 40-yard line. Hit right there by Jesse Whittenden, number 47, but it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 40-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. As you saw, Tommy McDonald, number 25, flank to the right side. Slant in and take it from Norm Van Brocklin. Again, he had time enough. First and 10 for the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles lead by a score of 10-6. They flank McDonald to the right side. They have tightened up Retzlaff this time. Don't split him at all. Try Barnes. He slices in and gets 5 to the 35. Maybe another one with a late lunge. Billy Ray Barnes, number 33. The ball is spotted at the 33-yard line for a gain of 7. It's 2nd and 3. Jim McCusker with a fine block there. Henry Jordan, number 74, made the tackle. The Philadelphia Eagles are on the move here at Franklin Field. Retzlaff is split to the left side. Tom McDonald is flank right. And again, it is Dean this time on the ground, going through for the first down. Dan Curry, number 58, made the tackle, 1st and 10. A nice block by J.D. Smith that sprung Ted Dean through to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. The Eagles moving for this last first down on the ground. And again, they handed off, but nothing this time, and a loss, as a matter of fact. It was Barnes carrying, and Henry Jordan made the tackle. And a little tempo flare-up on the far side, quickly extinguished. It's a loss of 3 yards at the 30. It'll be 2nd and 13 now for the Philadelphia Eagles. Unofficially, we have 4 minutes remaining to be played in the third quarter. Van Brocklin retreating to throw. Throws up the middle, and it's to Walston. Walston to the 10. And Stymack closing down at the 5-yard line. Bobby Walston, number 83. That's the first time he's hit him today. It's 1st and goal now for the Eagles at the 5-yard line. Bobby Walston, a 10-year veteran of National Football League competition. Played his football at the University of Georgia. Now the Eagles have moved deep into Packet territory. Quick pitch to Dean. Just inside the 5. Just inside. Henry Jordan on the tackle with John Simek. You saw Jerry Huth, number 65, leading the play out there. A pulling guard for the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's 2nd down and goal to go, and the ball is on the 4-yard line. It's McDonald flank right and Retzlaff to split left. And Brocklin has the football. Throws to McDonald. And it is batted down incomplete. Check it, intercepted. John Simek reaching up and getting it. So it is brought out to the 20-yard line. Put in play 1st and 10. A touchback. That is the 2nd interception for the Green Bay Packers. On the first play from scrimmage, Bill Quinlan intercepted one. That time, John Simek reached up and got the pass intended for McDonald for the interception in the end zone, which is the touchback, and it's brought out to the 20-yard line. Still 10-6. Green Bay trailing by 4 as Bart Starr retreats. Whips the long one to McGee, incomplete. Intended for Max McGee. Covering was Tom Brookshire, number 40. Second down and 10 yards to go. The Green Bay Packers. They got the name in 1919 when the team was originally formulated and the Indian Packing Company donated the uniforms. The Green Bay Packers are flourishing. The Indian Packing Company is not. Tom Moore and Jim Taylor in the running back positions for the Green Bay Packers. And they want another football. They want one dried off. In the National Football League, the home team is required to have 12 footballs ready for play 30 minutes before game time to be inspected by the referee. measured for pressure to see that they have the required amount of pressure in the ball, between 12.5 and 13.5 pounds. Bart Starr retreats, swings the pass out to Taylor, the fullback. Goes down on one knee before he gets to anybody. When he got to somebody, it was Don Burris, number 45, the deep man. It's for no gain. 3rd and 10. That's the Eagle defense. Maxie Bond, number 55, is in there at his corner position, shaken up a little earlier. They had Nacera in there for him. Bond was revived, given a little oxygen along the sideline, and is back in there. Dallas flank right, McGee split left. Bart Starr goes to Dowler, incomplete. Jim Carr, number 21, covering defensively. So the kicking situation is set here, 4th and 10. Max McGee normally does the booting. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, Tim Brown, number 22, and Ted Dean, number 35, start to drop back. Max McGee dropping into deep punt formation. High pass. And now he's going to run it out of there to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, to the 45-yard line. Ted Dean finally made the tackle. Max McGee faking beautifully. Took the one step, held the football, and waited. And streaked up for the first down now in Eagle territory. As that was all set, Max McGee running that one out of there. They had it set beautifully for blockers to form up the field for him, and it caught the Eagles completely by surprise. It is 1st and 10 for the Packers on the 45-yard line of the Eagles. This is Tom Moore carrying the football, trying to come wide, but he can't do it. He is hit by Tom Brookshire, along with Marion Campbell, but Brookshire, the man who brought him down, he took a loss on the play back to his own 48-yard line. So there's a loss of 7. Tom Moore, the rookie from Vanderbilt. Ray Scott, have the Green Bay Packers used that fake kick and run before this season?
Not this season. They had it happen to them, though, as far as another ball club is concerned, and I'll never forget it. It happened last year, and Yale Larry did it. And it was just about the same situation, and in that instance, it led to a Detroit win.
Well, it can sometimes, because it can shake you up pretty well to be caught that much by surprise. It is 2nd and 17 now. This is Bart Starr. Well protected. Trying to hit Moore. It goes incomplete. Third and 17 at the 48. Maxie Bond, the defender in that case. The Packers have the ball in their own territory. This game being played today at Franklin Field. It is one of 3 well-known football fields in the city of Philadelphia. There is Philadelphia Stadium, formerly known as Municipal Stadium, where the Army-Navy game and the Liberty Bowl are played annually, and other football games. Then there's Connie Mack Stadium, which used to be Shibe Park, where the Eagles used to play and where the Philadelphia Phillies play. This is the home field of the University of Pennsylvania.
15 yards to go.
Bart Starr retreating, throws, and it is complete to Knaffel. Gary Knaffel takes one for the first time today. Burris and Freeman hitting him at the 35-yard line. And that is a first down for the Packers. 1st and 10, and there's the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. The Philadelphia Eagles 10, the Green Bay Packers 6. Being brought to you in living color on NBC TV. And it's been a colorful ball game up to now. When play is resumed, the Green Bay Packers will have the ball 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. The Packers trail by 4 points in this football game. And what does this game mean financially to these ball players? Well, for the winners, it means between $5,000 and $6,000 each, and to the losers, between $3,500 and $4,000. Those are approximate figures, of course, but something like that. Packers still have Tom Moore in there at the running back position instead of Horning. You're watching Bart Starr, the quarterback. This is Tom Moore on the dive to the 30, to the 25. Finally out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Maxie Bond and Chuck Weber, linebackers, finally rode him down. To Tom Moore, giving it all he had. Picked up valuable yardage for the Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10. At the 23-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the ground game of the Green Bay Packers. Let's move them again deep into Eagle territory. We're in the 4th quarter. It has just begun in case you have just joined us. Now it's Taylor slicing through inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Bednarik on the tackle. A gain of 5 there. It's 2nd and 5 for the Packers at the 18-yard line of the Eagles. Chuck Weber, the middle linebacker from Westchester Teachers, in there on the tackle also.
4 yards. 2nd down. 6 to go.
There is Chuck Bednarik. He retired at the end of the last season, but changed his mind at the start of this season. And he's had a great one. He has played every play of this football game, offensively and defensively. He's been in there. This is Moore. That's Kramer out in front of him. Stopped short of the 10. Maxie Bond, number 55, on the tackle. That was Jerry Kramer from the University of Idaho, leading the play, number 64. That's another 1st down, just outside the 10. Call it 1st and 10 at the 10. There is Paul Horning now, number 5, coming up, alongside his coach, Vince Lombardi. This is Taylor. He was met by Burroughs, number 45. Picked up about 4 yards to the 6. Jim Taylor carried the ball to the 6-yard line. Tom Brookshire is the man injured for the Eagles, and there's timeout on the field with the score. Philadelphia Eagles 10, Green Bay Packers 6.
No.
In place of Burroughs for the Philadelphia Eagles, it is 2nd down and 6 at the 6. Bart Starr retreating to throw. Throws for the touchdown to Max McGee. Max McGee took it, slanting in for the touchdown. Brookshire was the defender. You saw Gary Knaffel come over to shake hands with Max McGee as Bart Starr has thrown his touchdown pass. Bart Starr only threw 4 touchdown passes all season long, and he threw 2 of those in the final game against Los Angeles. But now it's a 12-10 ball game as the Packers have gone ahead. And they've done it with 13 minutes, 10 seconds unofficially remaining. Horning now is going to kick. It's up. Horning's kick is good with Starr holding, and it's 13-10. So the Green Bay Packers have gone ahead here early in the 4th quarter with a 3-point lead, 13-10. And now, Ray Scott, what do you expect the strategy of the Green Bay Packers to be here with a 3-point lead?
Of course, a fellow like Van Brocken of the Eagles just about dictates their strategy. They're going to have to protect, as I see it, against the pass that can go all the way, as has one already. The only touchdown of the game prior to this one, a Van Brocken to McDonald pass, 35 yards for the touchdown. They'll practically have to give Van Brocken the short completion and to repeat, try and protect against what the players call the long bomb. So it adds up to even more excitement. And, of course, with a 3-point differential, there's always that possibility of sudden death, because in Walston and Hornig, 2 of the fine place kickers in professional football.
All right, Ray Scott, it's going to be Horning kicking off. And we have Dean deep for the Eagles along with Tim Brown. Horning's kick high and down the middle. And it's Dean on the 3-yard line. Dean to the 5, to the 10. Dean to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30. Dean to the 35, 40. Number 35, finally stopped by Willie Wood. And Timmy Brown was the man who threw a beautiful block at midfield. And the Philadelphia Eagles have the ball first and 10 at the 39-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. As the Eagles have come roaring back now. They're in Packer territory. Plenty of room for Norm Van Brocklin to exercise his arm or go on the ground as he chooses. They've got Retzlaff split to the left side now. Van Brocklin retreats to throw. That's what he does best. But he's going to run now. He picks up 1 yard to the 38-yard line. Pulled down by Willie Davis, but there's a penalty marker on the play. A penalty marker. It's an umpire's flag. And the penalty is a holding penalty against the Green Bay Packers, and that'll be an automatic first down. It'll be first and 10 now for the Philadelphia Eagles at the 32-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. We have had very, very few penalties in this championship football game here this afternoon. On a draw play, it's Dean. He's across the 30, and Dean goes to the 26-yard line. Dave Hanner, number 79, made the tackle. You saw big Chuck Bednarik snap that ball and then open up a gap. But Dean on the draw to move to the 26-yard line. Again, it's 6 yards on the play at 2nd and 4. So the Philadelphia Eagles, trailing by 3 points, have come roaring back here. McDonald flanked just outside the slightly split right end. This is Barnes. Still sliding, still jitterbugging, and going to the 21-yard line. A first down at the 21 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Bill Quinlan made the last tackle. The Philadelphia Eagles moving here on the ground. Norm Van Brocklin selecting the plays, a 34-year-old veteran. Now he retreats to throw. But again, he cannot get rid of the football and has to eat it. Dave Hanner, Henry Jordan, and Ray Nitschke all in there on top of him. Nitschke, a center linebacker, plugging through, and they spilled him on the 28-yard line for a loss of 7, so it is 2nd and 17. Green Bay digging in the defense here. They want to protect that 3-point lead. Fired that middle linebacker right in there. It's Curry linebacking to the left, Forrester to the right, Nitschke in the middle. Now the short pass to Barnes, to the 20, to the 15, and Barnes stopped inside the 15-yard line. So Norm Van Brocklin, taking advantage of the fact that Green Bay had been plugging linebackers, goes to the short pass, right up the middle, from whence the middle linebacker left, and he completes it to Barnes. The ball is spotted at the 13-yard line. It is 3rd down and about 4. Again, it's Barnes. And a little holding went inside the 10-yard line. May have made the first down. 1st and 10, says the referee. And it is, in fact, 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal to go. As Billy Ray Barnes carried it in there, giving him that last extra effort to pick up the first down. Jerry Huth, a pulling guard, threw a key block for him there. This is Dean. Carrying it in just short of the 5. Jim McCusker, number 75. Man who threw a block to spring him there. Quinlan and Forrester on the tackle. 2nd down and goal to go for the Philadelphia Eagles at the 5-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. This one for the championship of the National Football League, the Pro Championship title. And the Philadelphia Eagles trail by 3 points here. This is Dean. Dean turning the corner. Touchdown! Ted Dean, the rookie fullback of the Philadelphia Eagles, carried it in. Jerry Huth, number 65, throwing the block that sprung him. He was hit at the goal line by Jordan, but carried it on in. So now it's going to be Walston kicking. Bobby Walston will try the conversion. Jurgensen is holding. It's up. It's good. A penalty has been refused, and there's timeout on the field with the score, the Eagles 17 and the Packers 13.
No.
Ted Dean, number 35, who just scored the touchdown, will kick off for the Eagles. Simak and Moore are the deep men for the Green Bay Packers. Simak on the 5-yard line. Simak to the 10, 15, 20, 25. To the 30-yard line, John Simak, brought down by Joe Robb, number 66. So now the Green Bay Packers have the football to see what they can do about moving it. Well, Ray Scott, the Philadelphia Eagles, got their last one primarily on the ground.
That they did. The passing gave way to the running, and Ted Dean and Billy Barnes were just tremendous. Dean again proving how valuable he has been in replacing the injured Clarence Peaks.
All right, now, Bart Starr, number 15 up there. It is still Moore in there, the running back position in place of Horning. Moore gets the quick pitch. It's across till the 35. Nice block thrown out there by Skoransky, number 76, at the 30. To allow Moore to go for 5 more. Chuck Weber on the tackle, along with Don Burrows, who is back in the ball game now. It is 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. The Green Bay Packers, with the Eagles leading by a score of 17 to 13. McGee is left and Dollar's right. This is Taylor. He gets through to the 40-yard line. May have the first down there. Jess Richardson on the tackle, along with Burrows again. Going to bring out the chain. Incidentally, on that last conversion made by Bobby Walston, as we told you just as we threw the cue, there was a penalty, but it was against the Packers and, of course, was refused, so that the extra point did count. That much, says Ron Gibbs. So it'll be a third down here situation here, about a foot at the 40-yard line. We have 8 minutes, 17 seconds unofficially remaining to be played in this football game for the National Football League Championship. This is the big one, the one that counts. The Packers, the champions of the Western Conference, and the Eagles, the champions of the Eastern Conference. The Eagles had the best record, won and lost, in professional football. 10 and 2. They gave it to Taylor in close. He hit a mountain. Where his forward progress was, I don't know, but he certainly was thrown back. The entire center of the Eagle defense came in there, and perhaps they'll measure again. Ball has been spotted, and they'll bring the chain out again. That was a third down play. He's got it. So the Packers have picked up a first down, 1st and 10, and they have the ball at their own 40-yard line. They trail by 4 points, which means that the field goal will not be enough to get them home. Bart Starr bootlegging just briefly, throws to McGee, and he hits McGee, and he takes it to the 48 fumble, and the Eagles have recovered. Chuck Bednarik of the Philadelphia Eagles has recovered the fumble. Bart Starr hit Max McGee at the 48, but Bednarik got the football on the fumble, and it's 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line. And up and close to Dean. Quinlan coming across on the tackle. You saw Van Brockton that time fake the pitch out to Barnes, his halfback. And then give it in close to Dean, who carried it just across the 50 to the 49. It's 2nd and 7. There is Norm Van Brocklin. This time he has flanked McDonald to the right. He has split Retzlaff short to the left. It goes on the ground to Barnes. Barnes goes to the 43-yard line. He may have another first down. Well, they spotted back a little. Ted Dean leading the play that time. A little short. 3rd down and a yard to go. Is it spotted? Philadelphia Eagles in Packer territory. They have flanked McDonald right. Tightened up the left end. Give it to Dean, and he is hit before he got to the line of scrimmage, but gave it an extra lunge, which got him a foot or so, and they're going to measure this one. Dave Hanner, number 79, hit him. So they will measure this one. That was a 3rd down play for the Eagles. It appeared to be short, but the chain will tell us. It's Bill Forrester, number 71, defensive captain for the Green Bay Packers, who is up there. And he is short, as you can see, that much. So it's 4th down. And you have a 4-point lead. And you also have 6 minutes left to play in the game. So what do? You don't want to give it to him here. Matter of fact, you don't want to take any chance of giving it to them here. And in anticipation of that call, the Green Bay Packers have brought Willie Wood, number 24, and Lou Carpenter, number 33, in for the punt return, as Norm Van Brocklin has gone into deep punt formation to boot the football on 4th and 1. Van Brocklin kicking, sails it down. It's Wood on the 10. Snowed under at the 12-yard line. John Nacera, number 29, downfield for the Eagles. So now the Green Bay Packers have the ball again. See what they can do about moving it. 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Is it the other running back position? Paul Horning still out of action for the Green Bay Packers. This is Bart Starr retreating to throw. Swings it out to Tom Moore. He's at the 15. Gave it to his safety valve man. He got up to the 17-yard line. Chuck Weber, number 51, the middle linebacker, and Ed Kayat, number 73, made the tackle. It's 2nd and 5. The Philadelphia Eagles 17, the Green Bay Packers 13. With 4 minutes, 40 seconds unofficially remaining to be played in this game. Boyd Dowlow is flanked to the right side. The Green Bay Packers. Give it to Tom Moore. Stopped just short of the 20-yard line. Chuck Bednarik, along with Don Burris, on the tackle. Bart Starr goes to Knappel, and it's incomplete. Bart Starr thrown to Knappel. Bob Freeman was the defender there. So it is 4th down and 2 yards to go for the Green Bay Packers on their own 20-yard line.
McGee.
Dean and Brown are the deep men you saw. He gets a high pass, and this time he kicks it. They let it go, and it is getting a roll to the 25-yard line. So it'll be put in play. 1st and 10. Killed down there by Ron Kramer. They lead 17 to 13. This is Dean. Ted Dean. He got to the 30-yard line. Jordan, number 74, Quinlan, 83, on the tackle. Jerry Huth and Bobby Walston again out there throwing blocks. McDonald's flank right. Retzlaff is split left about 5 yards. Ted Dean still going to the 35-yard line. Simak and Forrester made the tackle. It's 3rd down, about a foot to go. McDonald's flanked to the right side. On a dive play, it is Barnes, and he was thrown back. Gave it to Barnes to try to pick up the short yardage. It was 3rd and less than a yard. Barnes on the dive appeared to be hit by the Green Bay defenders at the line of scrimmage.
Last play by the Eagles.
And it is 4th down now. And a couple of feet to go. The ball's at the 35-yard line. So now, again, Lou Carpenter and Willie Wood come in for the Green Bay Packers to return the kick as Norm Van Brocklin goes into deep punt formation. Green Bay wants the football one more time. And Brocklin gets it off. Carpenter on the 30-yard line. Carpenter spinning and got to the 35. And that's where Green Bay now will take over. Gene Gossage, number 79, made the tackle. So the Green Bay Packers have 1 minute 25 seconds unofficially. They trail by 4 points. It's 17-13. The Eagles leading. McGee is flanked to the left side, and Dahl is on the line of scrimmage at the right side. Starr swings it out instead to his fullback, Taylor, who is hit and goes out of bounds. Defensive left linebacker looks a little weary right now, but what a day he has had. Starr retreating. Swings it out here to Tom Moore. Moore hit Maxie Bond and Tom Brookshire. Bond's 55, Brookshire's 40. And now a timeout to stop the clock taken by the Green Bay Packers. It shows unofficially 45 seconds remaining to be played. When play is rezoned, it's going to be 3rd down, less than a yard to go for the Green Bay Packers. All right, Bart Starr up there for the 3rd down call. He'd been over talking to Vince Lombardi to get his play here. Gives it to Taylor. They want the short yardage, and they got that. We got to the 50 and across to the 47-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. Out of bounds will stop the clock. Tom Brookshire made the tackle. Dollar to the right side. McGee to the left side. Tom Moore and Taylor the running backs. Bart Starr the quarterback. Goes to Knappel, and Knappel is at the 30. Hit down at the 30-yard line. And it's Jim Carr, number 21, and the Green Bay Packers call timeout to stop the clock. About 30 seconds remaining, and they stop it again. Another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30. The Green Bay Packers are in field goal range, and that is no use to them at all because they trail by 4 points. It's come in. Bobby Jackson has come in on defense now in the middle linebacker position, replacing Weber for the Philadelphia Eagles. Green Bay 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles with about 30 seconds remaining to be played. Bart Starr retreating to throw. And he throws the long one to Dollar. And it is incomplete. Dollar running into Burroughs, the two of them. Well, they trade a couple of punches, but neither of those punches would hurt anybody, believe me. They collided in the end zone, got up, each flicked out almost an unclenched fist. The incompleted pass, of course, stops the clock, so it's 2nd and 10. For the Green Bay Packers at the 30-yard line. Starr retreats. Throws completed, I believe, to Knappel. Maxie Bond made the tackle. It is completed to Knappel. And it is at the 23-yard line. Ball seemed to get away and is being respotted now. The clock is running with about 10 seconds left. It's at the 23-yard line of the Eagles as Bart Starr retreats to throw. And he throws to Taylor. Taylor at the 10. Taylor at the 8-yard line. And there's the 10. The game is over. Tim Taylor took the ball. Chuck Bednarik takes the last tackle of the ball game. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the champions of the world. Bedlam reigning on this field down below. And that's the end of the game with the final score. The Philadelphia Eagles 17 and the Green Bay Packers 13.
Now a word from High Grade.
The Philadelphia Eagles have won the championship with a 17-13 victory over the Green Bay Packers as Chuck Bednarik made the last tackle of the ball game, hitting Jim Taylor at the 8-yard line, and Bednarik is the last man off the field. Right now, here's Ray Scott.
Thank you, Lindsay Nelson. As dramatic a finish as you'd ever want to see. And it was fitting, perhaps, that the final play of the game saw Jim Taylor desperately trying to fight off tacklers, and finally brought down short of the coveted goal line by one of the greatest competitors this game has ever seen in Chuck Bednarik. And I noted that when the final gun had sounded and the players were leaving the field and the congratulations were being handed out from one team to another, that the first player that Bednarik sought out was Jim Taylor, the Green Bay Packer fullback, who has certainly played his heart out. Lindsay, here in closing, I certainly would want to thank our spotters today who have done such a wonderful job for us. Ed Dawson for the Philadelphia Eagles, Bill Kelly for the Green Bay Packers, and then, too, of course, the publicity men of the two teams who helped us so very much in pregame preparation, Ed Hogan of the Eagles and Tom Miller of the Packers. It's been a thrilling game, one that we certainly have enjoyed sending your way, and trust that you folks, wherever you may be today along NBC television, have enjoyed it just as much. More fitting climax you couldn't ask for to one of the greatest National Football League seasons of all time, and I certainly know that Commissioner Pete Rozelle and everyone connected with the league are saying to themselves, what a way to wind it up. The losing team had the ball, the losing team almost scored, and these Eagle fans are justifiably happy, as perhaps, if he meant it when he said, this is my last game, Buck Shaw certainly goes out with the one thing he had never been able to win, the coveted professional championship, and what a great, great way to wind up his career with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's about all I have to say, Lindsay. I've just about run out of voice. It's been that sort of a game, and it's certainly a pleasure for me to be with you here in Philadelphia today.
Well, it's been our pleasure also, Ray, and we'd like to thank so many people for their assistance. Of course, from the National Football League, Pete Rozelle, the commissioner, and Austin Gunsel, the treasurer, and Joe Labrum, the public relations director, and Mike Wilson, the supervisor of officials. For the Eagles, James Clark, the chairman of the board, Frank McNamee, the president, Joe Donahue, the executive vice president, Ed Hogan, the publicity director, Buck Shaw and his staff, and Vince McNally, the general manager. For the Packers, of course, Dominic Olenishak, the president, Richard Bergeron, the vice president, Vince Lombardi and his staff, Vince is the general manager and the coach, and Tom Miller, the publicity director. Final score again, Philadelphia Eagles 17, Green Bay Packers 13. The Eagles are champions of the world. And that wraps up the 1960 NFL Pro Football Championship with the Philadelphia Eagles, the new champions. This has been an NBC Sports Department presentation. Tom S. Gallery, Director of Sports.